Welcome back to Stuttering Sports. Today is June 9th, 2021, and the topic for today is the Aaron Rodgers situation. Yes, this is a topic that has been done to death. It's basically a dead topic at this point because ESPN has talked about it for 30 minutes every day on every show for the past month and a half, but I want to talk about it because I think I'm bringing a new perspective to it. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. First off, I would like to say Rodgers is gone. This dude is not bluffing. I don't think he's bluffing one bit. I think he's gone. Because when you look at Rodgers, he doesn't need the Packers that much. He can go out to almost any team and make that team a success. That's how it is. He just won the MVP. Then when you look at his career right now, 16 years, a few MVPs, a Super Bowl win. He doesn't need much. Going out on an MVP win is stellar. He's been to the NFC Championship game a number of times now. He has a great career. He doesn't need to keep playing. He has a TV career waiting for him. He has a good personality for that. He does not need to keep playing. So, I just wanted to start off with that. He's gone, by the way. Now, let's transition over to his successor, Jordan Love. And before I start talking about Jordan Love, I'd like to say the amount of flack that he's getting for a 2-minute drill in the first or second day of minicamp is beyond absurd. And people are really grasping onto anything with this Jordan Love Rodgers story. Literally anything. It's a 2-minute drill. And people are dogging him for having a bad 2-minute drill. It's sad. It is honestly sad to see that. It's fucking depressing. But I'd like to talk about Jordan Love and the situation that he's going into. Because on one hand, it's a great spot to go into. But on the other hand, it's the worst possible position for a young QB to be in. So let's start off with the bad, actually. How this is the worst possible spot for him. Because he's the successor to Aaron Rodgers. Because this is who they risked and eventually, in my opinion, will lose the MVP, Mr. Aaron Rodgers, for, is Jordan Love. The amount of pressure that's on him right now is absurd, and we can see that from people criticizing a 2-minute drill in minicamp. That's fucking depressing. The amount of pressure that's on Jordan Love right now is massive. He could go out there and the team could win 8-9 games and it'd still be like, well, fuck, they should have kept Rodgers. He can have a successful rookie season, but then in the eyes of the fans, the media, and just the NFL community, it's like, well, they're fucking stupid. They just should have kept Rodgers. That's just how that is for Jordan Love, and that's why it's a terrible spot for him. But on the other hand, look at that roster that he's going into. He already has Matt LaFleur. He already has him, who's a the offensive guy. That's just what the NFL is the young offensive guy. And he's got that. When you look at the running game, because let's just say Jordan Love is bad. Let's just say that happens. They have a rushing game for him to lean on. They have Aaron Jones for the next 4 years, and they have the quad father A.J. Dillon. When you look at their offensive line, they lost Rick Wagner and Corey Linsley, which was big. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That was bad. But the offensive line with David Bakhtiari still does hold up. They're not great. They're not bad. They're simply good. Then when you look at the wide receiver tight end positions, they obviously have Devontae Adams and Bob Tonyan, who both lit up the league last season. Obviously, dude, Devontae Adams put up numbers that we hadn't seen before. That was absurd, and I wish I could have watched more Packers game last season. They also have Robert Tonyan, who had 10 TDs. That dude came out of virtually nowhere. Then when you look at the wide receiver core that's around Devontae Adams, I personally like Lazard. You got MVS, who's a good deep threat. Then they drafted Amari Rodgers during the third, who I honestly know nothing about, but at least they're trying to draft receivers now, which is a good thing. They're trying to put their quarterback into a better situation. Look at how that works. Gunther Kuntz, look at how that works. But I do think Jordan Love is going into a great spot on the field. Their defense is good. He has an offense around him. He has Matt LaFleur. He sat behind Aaron fucking Rodgers for a full season. On the field, this kid is set up. But off the field pressure might break him. Now, we don't know Jordan Love, so I cannot make the assumption that, the off-the-field pressure is going to break him. None of us can make that assumption, and that's the type of shit you'll see on ESPN and stuff like that. Those fucking idiots who think they know the players. We don't know the players. Maybe he'll thrive with the pressure. We have no idea. But, with Jordan Love, if he goes onto the field and his rookie year, well, I guess his sophomore year, but really his rookie year, as a success, it'll still be viewed as a massive failure because of this Aaron Rodgers shit show that the Packers put themselves right into. And it's wild to think about. I don't blame Rodgers for what he's doing. The last thing I would like to say, though, before I get to the outro, is that with the recent developments of Davante Adams saying he'll scream from the mountaintop, actually scream from the fucking mountaintop, saying to bring back Rodgers, then, Bakhtiari saying, yeah, we'll obviously want Rodgers over Jordan Love. Like, that's not a knock to Jordan Love. It's just because he's the MVP. The way this could go very wrong for the Packers is if they decide to leave when Rodgers leaves. Because if they leave, then Jordan Love's not in a great spot now. Now he doesn't have a left tackle and one of the best wide receivers currently in the NFL. That is the most interesting point to me, is this could all go horribly, horribly wrong. Because they're going to get a big package for Rodgers, just assuming they trade him. But this could all go horribly wrong if Davante Adams and David Bakhtiari say we want out too. But if you're a Packers fan, you just got to hope that shit does not happen. But yeah, Rodgers is gone. And Jordan Love is being put in the most interesting spot in the NFL right now. Literally in recent memory for me. Like, I don't know a player who is being put into such a weird, interesting, I can't wait to see how this works out spot. So, yeah, that's going to do it for me today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. And if you have a friend who's a Packers fan, tell him to watch the video. Woohoo! Trying to get 1,000 subs here soon. That'd be pretty sick. Got a bunch of projects that are coming. Probably not soon, to be fair. But they're coming. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed and have a great day. The last thing I would like to say, though, before I get to the outro, is that with the recent developments of Davante Adams saying he'll scream from the mountaintop, actually scream from the fucking mountaintop, saying to bring back Rodgers, then, Bakhtiari saying, yeah, we'll obviously want Rodgers over Jordan Love. Like, that's not a knock to Jordan Love. It's just because he's the MVP. The way this could go very wrong for the Packers is if they decide to leave when Rodgers leaves. Because if they leave, then Jordan Love's not in a great spot now. Now he doesn't have a left tackle and one of the best wide receivers currently in the NFL. That is the most interesting point to me, is this could all go horribly, horribly wrong. Because they're going to get a big package for Rodgers, just assuming they trade him. But this could all go horribly wrong if Davante Adams and David Bakhtiari say we want out too. But if you're a Packers fan, you just got to hope that shit does not happen.